Hello everyone, welcome to All That Matters, a channel about all and everything. Today's video, I'm going to show you how I have reorganized my fridge. Mine is not a very large fridge, but it is a convertible, meaning the freezer portion also can be converted into a refrigerator. And I don't use the freezer much, and so hence have been using both the portions as a fridge and not as a freezer. As a starting point, I made a list of all the things which I usually store in my refrigerator. Having made an exhaustive list, I made a note of what are all the things I need to procure to make the storage effective. Making a list ensures that I do not miss out anything and have a designated space for each and everything which I intend to store in my refrigerator, and just do not dump them wherever there is space available in the refrigerator, making it crowded and difficult to find whenever it is needed. Having identified what are all the things I need, I purchased the required storage containers. These are the storage containers for vegetables, one container to store my staples, my kitchen staples, and a bread container, and below the white sheet which you see is the liner which I intend to use in my fridge. The existing liner is not very effective and has become stained over use. These individual bins help me to keep the vegetables segregated and not crowd the basket, and this bread container help me keep the bread fresh for a longer time. As the first step, I emptied the entire contents of the fridge onto my countertop and clean the fridge completely using soap and a dish cloth. Using a harsh brush on the fridge might get scratches on the fridge's inside surface, which I did not want to do. You can see what are all the things which were in my fridge. I was surprised myself to see such a small fridge holding so much of things. Vegetables, pickles, sauces, eggs, bread, idli dosa batter, spices, peeled garlic, leftovers, curry leaf, coriander, more vegetables, dried turmeric leaves which I store for future use. After completely cleaning, this is how my fridge looks. You can see there are two storage space in my door and one shelf in the upper compartment. And coming to the lower compartment, I have one tray above where to store cold items, and two shelves and a vegetable basket. The top lid of the vegetable baskets also can be used as storage. And on top I have two shelves, and below I have one more shelf on the door. There is a removable ice maker and ice tray also on top compartment. I am going to use the liners which I have purchased to line the lower compartment shelves, so that there will not be any abrasions or cracks or stains which happen due to moving of utensils or containers. The one sheet is not used sufficient, so I am using two liners for one shelf. Next, I am going to place the bins I have purchased for storing vegetables in the big vegetable basket or box below, so that I can segregate the vegetables and store them effectively. This way, it is very effective to see the vegetables and pick up and reduce wastage. The topmost shelf of the lower compartment is the coolest, and hence I am using it to store dairy products like milk, butter, cheese, paneer, buttermilk, etc. These papads are homemade and need to be refrigerated. This is how everything looks after everything is stored away. I love including pickles, chutneys and pachadis in my everyday meals, and some of these need to be refrigerated. I am storing them in one of the shelves in the door in the lower compartment, rearranging them for a more aesthetic and easy access look. On the lowest shelf of the door, I am storing various bottles or Tetra packs which I use every day. On the other shelf, I am using it to store the curd boxes, various cold drinks. My soya milk is stored in the lower shelf, and on the topmost shelf, I am using the egg trays provided by the manufacturer of the fridge to store eggs. My family takes eggs regularly, and hence I need to have a good quantity of eggs stored every day for everyday use. These are extra sauce packets which come as part of food orders which I have collected over time and putting it on the topmost shelf of the fridge. This is chicken masala which my husband uses to prepare chicken, which I am putting it here next to the curd. Filling up the vegetables in the vegetable bins in the big vegetable box. I am intentionally keeping a little space empty to store large vegetables like this. I had this existing baskets which I am using it to store capsicum, tomatoes and extra spices. I already had this containers where I used to store curry leaves and coriander leaves, and I am continuing with this. This 3 compartment box which I have purchased, I am using it to store garlic, ginger and green chili. Bread goes into the bread box I have purchased, and I am keeping it in the middle shelf. I make large quantity of dosa idli batter and I store it in this large container which I have kept it in the middle shelf. Leftovers I am keeping it next to the 3 partition storage container, and I have space for leftovers next to it if any, which arise later on. This is how the final look of the fridge looks like after organizing. On the top compartment door, I am keeping sauces. One sauce I am keeping inside because of the size. Ketchup packet I am keeping in the door. One jelly packet I am storing in the door. So the top portion is empty, so I can store many leftovers and whatever need arises for me to store. I have the top compartment empty. Hope you all liked watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.